So you're considering a move to North Idaho and you're looking for that place that's a little bit more budget friendly, or perhaps you're looking to avoid the hustle and bustle of the Coeur d'Alene area. Well, my friends, you're in the right spot. In today's video, I'm taking you on a tour of Wallace, Idaho, a town that is rich with history, nestled in the Silver Valley. It's a really cool spot. Stick around to the very end. I've got lots of driving shots, and I'll probably get the drone up today. The weather's starting to hold right here in Wallace, Idaho. All right, let's go check it out. Kristen, myself, and the rest of our team of former first responders, we get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you trying to learn more about North Idaho. So hit that subscribe button, tap the notifications bell so you can stay up to date on all of our latest content right here in North Idaho. Also, look for us on social media at Your North Idaho Agent. We put out tons of content on social media as well. Hey, and remember, if you're looking to move right now or 12 months from now, give us a call, text, or email. We would love to help you make that smooth move right here to North Idaho. Wallace Visitor Center. We are right off the side of the freeway, Interstate 90, which cuts through from Washington all the way across North Idaho and right into Montana. So Wallace sits sort of in the middle of that. We're in the Silver Valley, and this area is rich with mining history, and that's why I'm walking through a model of a mine right now. You can see that behind me. So Wallace, Idaho is a small town. It's got a population of about 1,062. We're located in Shoshone County. Distance to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho from here is about 43 miles, which is a 50-minute drive. Distance to the Spokane International Airport is 87 miles, which is about an hour and 20-minute drive. This town was founded in 1884 by Colonel William Wallace, not the William Wallace from Braveheart, coincidentally. He purchased this area, 80 acres, and built his cabin where the town currently stands. And this town became what it is today, or what it was at the height of its time, because of mining. All right, I'm still walking through the visitor center here in Wallace. There is a ton of mining equipment around me. Bit of road noise too. That's the freeway right there. So Wallace gets a B+ rating on niche.com. I like to pull a lot of facts from there. They have a lot of reviews from residents on niche.com, so it's a good place to find out information about a town before you move there. Housing in Wallace is an A-. Houses are actually reasonably priced here. We'll show you a couple. I've got 3 on the list for today that we can take you around and check out. Schools get a B rating by niche.com. Nightlife an A rating. That one surprised me. As you'll see in the driving shots, it's not a big town, but apparently the nightlife is pretty good here. And it gets a B rating as far as being good for families. So that's some of the basic info about Wallace. The median household income here is $46,000 a year, and the median home value, check this one out, $120,000 a year. Yes, $120,000. That is quite a bit cheaper than over in the Coeur d'Alene area by far. Median rent, $650, so reasonable rent prices here as well. And 55% of the residents here in Wallace own their own home. So Wallace is a really interesting town. It's got a ton of history here. Silver mining was the big thing, and they mined other minerals as well, but that was the big one. So this is an old mining town, and you have a lot of these homes have like an incredible character, similar to what you might see in the Garden District in Coeur d'Alene, but at a fraction of the price. This town was destroyed twice by fires and once by a flood, and it's still here. And at its peak, the population was about 4,000. It's obviously come down quite a bit since the peak, but that was kind of in the main mining time in the 1940s, and since then it's declined. Got a house right here behind me I want to show you guys. This one, let me switch hands here. This one has a ton of character. Like, look at that, it's beautiful. Really cool. It's kind of tucked away on a back street here. Small lot, so there's not much going on back behind it, but it is a 3-bed, 1-bath, built in 1915, so old house. But like I said, really cool. Square footage is 1,975, so almost a 2,000 square foot house, 3-bed, 1-bath. And this one is listed at, brace yourselves, $275,000 for that cool house. Obviously you would not ever find this near Coeur d'Alene for that price. So that is one of the big benefits of being out here in the Silver Valley and Wallace, Idaho. Let me give you a quick tour or a quick pan here behind me. You can see back in the distance there, that's like getting into the main downtown. So this location is really good. It's really close to everything. Nice front porch. You do have this giant retaining wall right across from the front porch. So maybe that's not the most ideal location for you, but at $275,000, this would also make a great rental. Something to think about. All right, let's go check out another house. So as you can see in that driving video, Wallace downtown is really cool. A lot of old brick buildings, tons of restaurants. I saw multiple breweries while we were driving through there. So there's a lot to do in the downtown, and that's probably what drives that niche.com nightlife rating to an A, whatever that means, right? Things to do. So there's a ton to do here in Wallace. We've got 2 ski resorts within 15 minutes. That's Silver Mountain in Kellogg and Lookout Pass, which is right on the border of Montana. Also have an indoor water park, which is in Kellogg as well. That's Silver Rapids. And a couple of bigger things here that are good tourist attractions are the Hiawatha, the Route of the Hiawatha, which is a bike trail that's on an old rail trail where you go through multiple tunnels and big bridges. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then we've got the Pulaski Mine Trail, which is a great little hike you can take the kids on and check out the Pulaski Mine, which is the site of where Mr. Pulaski kept some of his firefighters alive by hiding them in a mine as the fire passed over. It's a cool story. Check that out. And endless public land and timberland for outdoor recreation. I also wanted to touch on weather here in Wallace. So 167 sunny days a year on average. Average is about 37 inches of rain and 82 inches of snow. So a little higher on the snow side than you would get over in the Coeur d'Alene area. Summer average temps are in the 80s and winter average temps are in the 30s. So pretty moderate temperatures as well, which is kind of nice. All right, you can see that house behind me. You might see the for sale sign on it. That's the one we're talking about right now. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath built in 1900. Very small lot, just like the last one, 0.07 acres. So not much going on there as far as a yard, but that's how they packed them in here back then. Like I said, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,498 square feet. So a little bit more square footage than the last one. Still tons of character. Beautiful old home. The insides are awesome as well. We'll show pictures of that. And this one is listed at the whopping price of $295,000. So once again, crazy good prices over here in the Silver Valley as compared to the North Idaho we usually show you, which is over on the Coeur d'Alene side. So if you're willing to drive 50 minutes, you can have home prices like this. All right, we got one more house to show you and I got some more facts. Let's go check them out. Another big question we get all the time is crime. What's crime like over here in Wallace? Well, I actually couldn't find any stats on that, so that must mean there's no crime here. Just kidding. It is a small town, so you're gonna have the small town crimes that you normally have anywhere else. You know, old Jim Deuce crashed his truck on the way home from the bar, things like that. Property crimes, that stuff exists here, of course, but there's not that much of it. So police work is handled here by Shoshone County Sheriff's Department. So they do not have their own police department here in Wallace. It's contracted out to Shoshone County. That's not a bad thing. That's pretty common in small towns. You're not gonna have big city crime here. You don't have gangs. You don't have any of that nonsense. I haven't seen any graffiti. I haven't seen any homeless people here. So once again, small town in North Idaho. You really can't go wrong. And I think Jason Aldean just wrote a song about this, something about try that in a small town. That probably applies here. Also wanted to talk about schools. So there are schools here in Wallace. There's Silver Hills Elementary, and then there's a junior senior high school here that covers all of that. So all of your schooling can be handled right here. I don't have kids that go to school here, so I'm not going to comment on whether they're good or not. Niche.com gave them both a B rating, and there are tons of reviews on Niche.com for the schools in Wallace. So I recommend you jump on there and check those out if you're interested and find out that information for yourself. So clearly I'm standing in front of the last house of the day right here. Check out the character on this one. It's pretty cool. Once again, small lot, but bigger than the last one. So this is 0.12, built in 1909. So it's another older house with tons of character on the inside and outside. It's a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 3,040 square feet. So a much bigger home than we've been looking at. This would be suitable for a large family. And we are a very short walk to the downtown drag. You can see it there behind me. Beautiful location. We are just nestled right in the mountains. Check out those mountains right there. So cool spot. And this one is listed at $535,000. So still really reasonably priced for North Idaho. A little bit more than the last two we checked out. This is one of the higher priced homes in town currently on the market. So I wanted to show you guys that so you could get an idea for it and see what we got here. Thank you guys for joining us on this tour of Wallace, Idaho. We took you to 3 different homes in different price ranges, drove you around town, got some drone shots so you guys could get a real feel of what this town has to offer. It is a very small town, but it's got a lot going on in it. Tons of things to do. Nightlife is great. There's lots of bars, restaurants in town. So in the town, downtown is absolutely awesome. I mean, cool old brick buildings. It's got a great vibe to it. So it could be a good option for you. We're about 50 minutes from Coeur, Idaho. So if you're okay living that far out, you're gonna find much better home prices here in Wallace and still have plenty to do. Grocery shopping, all of that is still here. So you don't have to run to Coeur d'Alene every day. So could be a great option for you. Just wanted to show you guys that. Thank you for sticking around to the very end. And remember, if you're looking to move right now or 12 months from now, give us a call, text, or email. We would love to help you make that smooth move right here in North Idaho.